Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anywhere where you are now, you are the great. I'm Ambassador Dr. Queen Blessing Ibigesin, popularly known as Black Queen. I'm an Hollywood actress and filmmaker. This morning, I just want to quickly talk about something I'm treating so that you can actually put your own input and help me out. You know what I do most of the time when I'm treating an issue? I bring it here to teach people and also seek for your help to for the person to also get varieties of advice so that it's not like it's just only me that the advices are coming from. So few weeks ago, somebody contacted me. A lady, she's in America at the moment, and she wanted me to talk to her. It's not her husband. They have a child together. You can say her fiance, yeah, you can call him that. To get off her case and stop judging her up and down. Okay, and so I asked her what happened, and she said that she and this guy were dating far back in school when they were in the university. After the university and all that, the guy started doing some side hustles because he couldn't really get a fantastic job, but kind of was doing something. And he told the guy that she wanted to further her education before she got married, kind of. And while they were still having that conversation, she got pregnant and gave birth to a baby boy. So the guy then decided that, okay, fine, since you want to further, you want to have your masters and all of that, let me send you abroad for your masters, so that when you come back, you focus on our marriage and maybe even get a job if you want to, or I can still continue to provide for us. And that was how the guy did her documents and everything and sent her abroad. Now let's go back again into what she told me. In the university, it was the guy that paid all her fees until she finished university. That's how far they started dating. That's how long they've been dating before she insisted on doing her masters, and the guy still rally round, look for money, all his savings, and sent her abroad. Now she's abroad. She's done with her masters. She refused to come back for them to get married. The guy has tried to get visa a couple of times. They have denied him. So the guy cannot even go there because they've been denying him visa, and the girl has refused to come back for whatever reason. So after telling me all this, I now asked her, I said, okay, what do you want me to do exactly? She said that she doesn't know how to tell the guy that he is no longer her choice, because the level is that she can't see herself a master's degree holder marrying a common graduate that graduated with a second class, that is of no use, that he doesn't even have a good job and all of that, that she cannot find herself coming back to Nigeria to suffer like we here are suffering. That's exactly how she put it. And I said, you are telling me to help you, and you are even adding me to the people suffering in Nigeria. And she said, oh madam, don't be upset, it's just that I'm kind of pained. I said, are you sure you are pained? Are you sure you should be the one pained, or the guy that had the trust and love in you to send you abroad should be the one pained? I say, okay, now you want me to call this guy and say, stop disturbing this lady, she doesn't want you anymore. How do you think I will sound doing that after all this? I mean, you've gone, I'm sure that for you to even explain all this, there are more that if I call the guy, he will still tell me that it will even make me upset with you. She said there is nothing more, that's exactly what happened. And yes, he trained her so that were they not having sex, and she was already paying for all the money he's spending by sleeping with him. And I asked her, I said, when you people sleep with each other, you enjoy it, he enjoys it, why do you think he should pay you for it? Or why do you think you were paying for all the things he was doing? This guy was busy building a future and thinking he was building a future, trying to have a solid wife and giving you everything you asked for, while depriving himself of that. He could have gone to the US to do his masters as well, but chose to send you because you wanted it and he wanted to make you happy. And this is how you pay him. And I said, okay, fine, give me the guy's number. So he gave it to me, and I reached out to the man. And the man said, oh, thank God though, that he's hearing from somebody that is connected to his wife. For that, I said, I'm not connected to your wife. This woman is following me on social media and decided to seek my advice to tell you to stop bothering. I said, she said that. I said, yes. He said, anyway, I was excited you called and said you wanted to speak to me because of so person. She has actually blocked me on all social media platforms. She has blocked me on WhatsApp. She has blocked my phone number. I've not been able to talk to her for over 3 months. the child she left behind, I'm the one looking after this child. The boy is already 6 years old now. That is how long she has left this boy. The sister is even living in my house. I'm the one looking after the family, paying their bills and taking care of the full family. She even abandoned her family. She's not sending anything to them. They are on my bills. And the last time we spoke, she was telling me that she cannot do this anymore. She cannot do this anymore. I explained to me, what have I done? What's my crime? And she refused to talk and she hung up. And I said, well, she said she can't do it anymore. What she couldn't tell you was that you are no longer her level. She's gone past a level where she will marry a man that is just a common graduate. In her words, I'm quoting her, and that you graduated with a second class upper, and she cannot deal with that. She's now a master degree holder with a good job in the US, and she's not coming back to that rat hole. That's what she called Nigeria. I'm quoting her. And the man burst out and started crying. This man cried profusely. I stood on that phone just listening. After he finished crying, I said, are you done? He said, yes. I said, do you want my candid advice? I said, look, it's easy for a man to marry a woman who is a nobody, a woman who has no degree, a woman who even has no handwork, and then elevate her to his level or to the level he wants, or even just leave her like that and continue that marriage. But it's very difficult for a woman to marry a man who has no level, who is not up to her level, who she thinks is below her. Trust me, if you ask 10 women, they will prefer to marry a man that is above them or on the same level with them. So that is the mentality she's already having. And it shows that she never loved you. She used you for her personal gains. You were even lucky she got a child from her. At least that's your compensation. Hold on to that. And he said, what should he do now? I said, look, there is nothing you can do. Even if you judge her to the whole world, you take the matter to court, they will not force her to marry you. They will not. The thing is, you people were not even married. You were just engaged or whatever it is you were doing, living together, and you were taking, and up to now you are taking care of the family. Look, the time for you to stop taking care of that family is now. Gather that money that you are throwing around here and there and better yourself. One day you become even higher than her and she will regret throwing you away. Because men like you are not so much out there. Men like you are not so much. Men like you were raised by queens to even decide to take care of a woman the way you have done for this lady. For her to even open her mouth to say it, I know you did much more. And so my advice will be, focus on your life. She has blocked you on everywhere. Let it be. God will bring that woman that will make you happy. And then all this money that you are spending here and there, gather it together and grow your own life. And let me also quickly make this advice generally. I've done videos on this a couple of times and I will not get tired of doing it. If you are a man and you want to train a woman, no matter how that love is catching you, make sure you have enough. As you're training her, you're training yourself. Don't abandon yourself and train the woman, because when she becomes successful, you are no longer going to be her choice. Then the men in her level will now start talking to her, and then she will forget where she's coming from. Women are carried away by what they hear, and men are carried away by what they see. A man can love you, stay with you, and still have affairs all over the place. But when a woman decides she's no longer into you, she will abandon you and start with the other person. It's difficult for women to be in multiple relationships and be loyal. But it's men, they can be in 10 relationships and be loyal to those women. Now, the bone of contention here is if she has continued to stay with this man, nobody will even hear this issue. But she has decided that she doesn't even want to have anything to do with the child that she even brought to this world. That is how some women are. And it is women like her that make men, good men out there, to turn bad. Trust me. So my own is, like I said, if you're training a woman, make sure you have enough to train yourself. And if you don't have enough to train yourself only. When you become successful, you can now go back to that woman and start training her to your level. That way, she will never have any reason to leave you. You would always be either a step ahead of her or on the same level with her. Now, it's vice versa. If you are a woman too, that money you want to use to train a man, my dear, if it's not enough to train the man and train yourself, train only yourself. When you become successful, you start training the man. Don't train don't better somebody's life. Don't elevate somebody. Try to make value in somebody's life and abandon your own self. I tell people I love myself so much. Self-love is key. It's not selfish. Self-love is knowing what you're worth. Loving yourself, because if you don't love yourself first, you can't give what you don't have. How can you train somebody and abandon yourself, and you expect the person to come back after having all the degrees in the world? It's not done. How many people go like that and come back? If you count out of 1,000, it's maybe like 20. So it means that it's like 0%. So my advice is for the man to just leave things the way they are, since the lady has blocked, because he's just going to be putting himself down. He's just going to be getting more hurt every day, and he will not be able to move forward. Hold on to the child the lady has given her and just move on. God will give her a good wife, and just forget about everything. Don't try to judge her to anybody again, because it makes no sense. It's embarrassing. He shouldn't do it. That was my advice to him. And he said he was going to try and see how he can cope, that he can't cope without the lady. He loves her so much. I said, if you have been able to stay without this lady for almost 6 years, even though you guys were still talking, you've not had body contact or whatever, what makes you think you can't stay without her now that she's not talking to you? Channel all your love to your son, channel your love to your work, focus and grow yourself. And then the sister that is living in your house, if the sister is going to be reminding you of the betrayal the sister have done, before you even go and do something else and get that one pregnant or start sleeping with that one as revenge, let that one go back to the family. Like I said, put your resources together and better your life and move on. That was my advice for him. If you think my advice was good enough, drop it at the comment section. And if you think you have a better advice for him, also drop it at the comment section. He's going to see it, he's going to read it. Remember, this man is going through a lot. I don't want people to start abusing and writing things that will break his heart. All I want is for people to encourage him and share this video, so that people that are doing this out there will learn that this is not how it should go. Otherwise, you will be left behind. That's my own 2 kobo cents for today. I love you guys. I love you guys. Go out there. It's still holiday. Have fun. Enjoy. It's still Salah. Even though nobody brought Salah around for me, they kept saying a small Salah, big Salah they will bring and all of that. I wish all of us a happy holiday as we end it today and as we start work tomorrow. God bless you all.